Hey guys, this is Kelly, take two. I had some internet issues during the Facebook Live, so I am reporting and we'll share in the group. So today I wanted to talk about 5 tips to grow your brand on social media. And I wanted to start with an exercise. I want you to ask yourself, when was the last time you bought something because of the human that was representing the brand? How long have you known them and what connected you to that person? So I want you to share with me and be honest with yourself if you bought from a human brand or from a brand message. And I can be the first to share. I had recently had 2 experiences of buying services and products online. And the first one, without a doubt, hands down, I bought the message. I bought, you get this, you will have that, guaranteed. Here's my message, my product, my service. Okay, I bought the messaging. Step 2, or product 2, or service 2, I bought human connection. And the human connection, I sat back and watched this person for a little while. I was in their group. I was excited about listening to their Facebook Lives. I was truly inspired by what they had to say because they had a fire in them and a passion about what they were sharing. It wasn't another product, service, conversion, click funnel. That is, to me, the brand. And that is what I am doing to create my business. You can create a business off of marketing, off of messaging, and off of a larger, scalable business. But I believe wholeheartedly that you can create wealth and multiple streams of income off of you as a person in your brand. And so the first thing of the 5 tips that I want to talk to you about is being authentic. Open up, let the world see. I've been in sales for 16 years, guys. I can tell you what it takes to grow hundreds of millions of dollars in revenue. It does not take fancy sales flyers. It could. I will tell you that if you have the shiniest product and the greatest online courses and all of this, you will sell once. But if there's not true human connection and value in the relationship, you will likely not sell again to that person. So they want to know you, like you, and trust you. I know I've heard it 15 times just this week, but it's so true because I think we look at social media as a way to shortcut the sales process. And it's not. The sales cycle is the sales cycle. People are willing to buy. You have to nurture a relationship with them and they have to get to know you and your brand. So I'm not saying open up, have your dirty laundry on social media. Okay. That is still for offline, your friends and family, and where you can do it that is not exposing things that you wouldn't necessarily want to see in others. It's not a pity party. It's not a place to get attention, but it is a place to show up and be authentic. So today I shared that I did teach in with my son's 2nd grade class, and it truly was a moving experience for me. And it was raw from the heart. I literally wrote it in between the time that I got back from teaching and recording this video. So it was done unscripted, quickly, because I was typing how I was talking. Being authentic means type how you would talk, how you and I would have a conversation if we were sitting and having coffee. That's how your messaging should be. Number 2, every connection that you make, you should have an attempt to make a connection with that person. And when I say a connection, I mean a conversation. Honestly, guys, 8 out of 10 times, the people that I make connections with, they won't respond to me. But I'm following their stuff. I'm getting to know them. And then as we become more familiar with each other, it's like when you see salespeople at a conference, or see somebody at your son's basketball game, or see somebody at the gym. If you see them enough times, you're eventually going to talk to them. But you have to be warm. You have to want to actually have a connection with them. So it's not just about how many connections you can have. It's about how many relationships you can have. So adding like, click is not going to work. You have to really genuinely, one human at a time, make an attempt and have fun, build relationships, learn how they can help you, learn how you can help them. Number 3, don't worry about the algorithms. Algorithm. They're going to change forever. And I would suggest, if you're very interested in it, buy a subscription to somebody that studies them, because they study them and they can give you the information, but they go like this. So if you're interested in changing your strategy significantly every month or 6 weeks or 2 months, I don't know how often they change, quite honestly, it's going to be a lot to keep up with, especially if you are first-time business owner. I mean, sales and marketing should be the most of your time, but figuring out different social media algorithms on multiple different channels is going to exhaust you. So if I say don't worry about the algorithms, I will say be consistent. Show up, have representation of good, valuable content, and don't be afraid to share. Don't be afraid to mess up. I had internet issues, so I'm going to be, reposting this and hashtag if you watch the replay later. But nothing beats consistency. And that is speaking from sales experience. That's not speaking from social media experience, but we keep trying to have them separate, social media and sales, and they're not. Social media is a way to do sales. Social media is a way to grow relationships. So consistency. Number 4, life lessons. Learning through the power of a textbook, we've done that for, I don't know how many years you all went to school, but mine was, 15 years of education, 20 years of education. I don't know. I'm always learning. And I don't really limit my education to just college, high school, grade school. If it came with a academic certification, I'm educating myself all the time about social media, about life, about spiritual practices, about human consciousness, about business. I'm always learning. So be open to teaching and learning in different ways. People are drawn to consuming information in exciting ways and disruptive ways and easy ways. So if you can get on and share an experience that you learned by sharing, a life lesson, whether it was teaching, again, I go back to this teaching my son in school today, because I bet all of you, if you read a post from me today, you will go home and talk to your kids about careers. If you read what that post says, it will be eye-opening about the message that you are putting into your home, right? So that is a life lesson. That is something that impacts you today. And it impacted me today. And then it's going to bring us closer, because at the end of the day, we can be, marketing reps, vice presidents of sales. We can be CEOs of a, marketing firm, or a lawyer, or a doctor, or a nurse. There were all kinds of people at teaching today. But at the end of the day, we care most about our family and, our kids and what message we're giving them. And I was moved by the information I got from that second grade class today. And I promise you that if you consume that information that I shared from my heart, you're going to think about it. It's going to make you stop. So share life lessons. And the last one, number 5, is, again, I cannot harp enough. Social media is a channel for business. When I'm not here doing social media and talking to my network online, I am talking to a network offline. I am having lunch with amazing leadership around Orlando. I am going to different Chamber of Commerce meetings. I am doing speaking engagements. Your line of business can be offline or online, or a mix of the two, but recognize those are mediums for meeting people. They are not a business. So if you are having challenges with social media and you say, oh my gosh, I don't know what to post, I don't know what to say, I don't know what to share, I don't know, people don't know what I'm talking about, that nothing to do with social media. That has to do with brand, marketing, and sales. And so if you are hearing this message and you're like, oh gosh, I don't have a social media problem, I have a brand or niche or product or service problem, then get help there. Narrow in on where your issue lies. If you're having issues going live or getting in front of an audience, that is, again, sales and confidence. It's not social media. So recognize that, again, you would have the same issues if you were a salesperson that was selling to doctor's offices or going around selling phonics books to principals at schools. Fundamentally, sales is a skill set, and you have to understand it and study it and learn it in order to be successful as an entrepreneur. So social media is not something, again, I can't harp on it enough, and I know I am, but social media is not a business. It is a channel for a business. What else did I have here? Oh, just rounding out that the reality is that there's no silver bullet. And if someone does try and sell you a silver bullet, I'm laughing because I've bought them. I've spent the money on the online courses. And I'm happy to share all of my learnings with you guys because I want you to be successful and I want you to have success quickly. And I would say the only regret that I have is not understanding the importance of my social media and my personal brand before I started a business. If I would have been in tune to making connections in the industry that I was going into, or even just talking to more people that I'm friends with on Facebook or Instagram. I mean, I know a lot of these people. I haven't talked to them in 10 years. Now I'm trying to engage with them, and I'm engaging with them again. But get social today, because if you try and get social the day you start taking, starting a business, it's going to go like this, maybe down, maybe back up, but it's going to be like this. If you start growing your brand today, talking to people, going live about if you love fitness, if you love marketing, join a marketing group and start chatting with people. If you love, you're a vegan, you're a baseball coach, a softball coach, go start talking to people and start building that, because those are your people. And you have to find your people in order to establish a brand. If you can find people that follow your brand, again, like you, because you're authentically you will be able to make multiple streams of income and wealth and get paid to be you. So I hope you enjoyed my training. I know it was probably not like the other lessons or, things that you have learned about social media, but it is my experience. And that is what I promise to bring to you, is my experience, my lessons, my tips, my secret sauce. So again, if you are ready to take the next steps to transitioning from your corporate job or starting that small business and you want to establish your brand, let's talk. I will give you some tips and we can see where you're at, and we can even do a social media audit. So I hope you all enjoyed that. Look forward to chatting with you all more in the future. Bye.